Hi guys. Oh, palaver. It is pitch dark outside, so I'm really sorry the lighting is a little bit squinty. I had to run back into the house. I'm up in my shed where I was for a couple of my floss tubes. I had to run back into the house and get my ring light, so I'm sorry if it's a little bit dodgy squinty, but now, it's been 3 weeks. I'm so sorry. It's been forever. It's Saturday. I think it's the 3rd of October. Really good excuse why I've been 3 weeks. I'm going to try and rattle through this. Robin's cooking the tea. It's going to be ready soon, and I'm absolutely starving. I haven't had anything except a piece of toast at about lunchtime. Right. So, why I've been 3 weeks. I found out about 2 weeks ago, a little over 2 weeks ago, that I'm going to be made redundant from my quite wonderful little job that I've got where I paint all day and mix paint and screen print. That job, the company's not going to make it through COVID, they don't think. So I've had my notice to be made redundant. So had a bit of a, put my head in the sand, a bit of panic about everything, and decided I just had to sort myself out and get myself another job. So I found myself another job, which at the moment is going to be 3 days a week. So for now and for the next couple of months at least, I'm going to be working 7 days a week. So last weekend was my first weekend working Saturday and Sunday, as well as Monday to Friday. So yeah, I didn't have time to do a floss tube. This week has been, let me try and adjust this. You can see my ring light, I've got like it's balanced in a drawer. That's better, you know, got lost a bit off the side there. So this week I've just done my Saturday shift and I'm in tomorrow morning for my Sunday shift. So not so bad this week. I'm getting used to it. It's absolutely fine. I'm doing bar work. I've never pulled pints before. Now I have, and serving tables, and it's a complete change for me, but it's going to certainly help. It's help a lot working 7 days up to Christmas. So I should be able to make ends meet. So so my family are pulling together. Robin's obviously does all the helping out at home anyway, because he's actually too ill to work at the moment. Too ill to work, not ill enough to claim disability. So we fall in the gap with him there. So he's just had an MRI done on Thursday, and hopefully an operation to sort a nerve in his leg out, which gives him an awful lot of pain. Anyway, so sorry it's been 3 weeks. I felt like I've had no progress because, as I say, I've been awfully busy and I haven't had a lot of time to stitch, but here is my first finish. I am wearing my short sleeve. I haven't sewn the ends in yet. There's only 3 or 4. Here is my lockdown sweater that I made. It's nice length, knitted out of sock yarn. I'll just wear a base layer under it. Left the neck, a little roll neck, because I like that. It's Isabel Kramer. I think it's called a Yume. I will put it up along there. I download her patterns from Ravelry. I find it really easy to use. I still use Ravelry, and her patterns are amazing. Little bit of short row shaping and then straight down. Absolutely brilliant. So, finish. I haven't blocked it or anything. I probably won't block it. I'll just wear it, and when it's grubby I'll wash it and stretch it out then. But because I'll always have a base under it, unless I spill my tea down it, it'll be fine. Okay, so big piece of stitching, there it is. Treasure Hunt bookshelf. I finished the Full Coverage Fanatics. Oh, I nearly knocked you off then. Tour de France. So what I ended up doing, there's some stitches down there, here's the bulk of it. What I ended up doing was restarting the whole piece, I told you last time. So this is 18 count Ada. I'm now using 1 strand of DMC because the 2 strands I couldn't get the needle to push through, and it was a flipping nightmare. So I am 3-point-something% done. I've caught up and overtaken where I was before, and I put 8,000 stitches in this, which is the Tour de France last year, Tour de France this year, and then some more stitches. I want to carry on with this, but I need a bit of a full coverage break, I think. So that's where I got to with that. I thoroughly enjoyed it. If you're not in Full Coverage Fanatics and you do some full coverage pieces, get yourself onto the Facebook group. They're brilliant. They've got so many brilliant events coming up for next year and a couple more to finish off this year. Now this one, I am stitching this way. So even though it sits that way, I'm stitching it this way so that as I roll it I can go, and it sits on my frame really well like that, and I stitch. So I'm stitching it sideways because that's that side, and I'm getting along really well with it. I love it. I love my restart. That's going to get an awful lot of love next year when we do the books, because all my books are counting on bookshelves. Okay. I did a little tiny, I bought just a few threads, the colours I didn't have. Obviously I didn't have any of the colours. This is the lavender and lace Nantucket rose that I got in my auction lot. I have picked it up and done quite a bit of this. I'm bridging my stitching in to the ladies' stitching, so there's quite a bit of mine gone in around about. I'm just catching mostly on this page here, just catching myself up so that I've got a full edge of my stitching rather than somebody else's stitching. Yeah, you can kind of see it's two people's work. It is two people's work. I am going to be turning this into a full coverage piece because where I meet sky, I'm going to just stitch it as a very sunny day sky blue. So that is going to be a full coverage piece, just so I can fit prompts on Full Coverage Fanatics. Sorry if this light is really harsh. I'm probably going to look about 400 years old, but I am about 400 years old and I feel it some days. Sorry about the crinkling. My mum gave me a mattress protector holder, which I'm using as a project bag. Okay, so my spooky Halloween, I am nearly finished. Well, I've got 10% to go, and the whole of the 10% to go is the glow in the dark. So I finished all the black. So, oh, isn't it lovely? There's the black. Let me give it a bit of a roll. I left it loose so I could roll it. And there's the other side. So I tried to photograph it for Instagram and kind of left it baggy in the middle so it would fit, but it kind of bags like that. So there's 10% to go. There's a big moon behind this owl and a lot of the doorways and all the rest of the windows, and there's bits and bobs that fill in, and it's all glow in the dark. So I'm thoroughly looking forward to doing that. I'm going to get on and get that finished. I didn't put more than 10 stitches into my ink circles that I said I was going to finish. Not this time. Oh, the fluorescent. That fluorescent thread isn't quite picking up. It is eye-searing. It is wonderful. It's absolutely wonderful. I thought it was going to look weird on the lovely, this orange is such a lovely, that's the colour it is. It's lovely. But the fluorescent thread, it's absolutely amazing. And that's what I'm going on to. This one here, which is glow in the dark. And it does. Right now I'm looking forward to it. So I've only got one more piece that I have stitched on in 3 weeks. It doesn't feel like a lot to me. You're used to seeing piece after piece come out now. I've been working on those and just those. Mostly Spooky Halloween, just for a couple of hours in the evening because I've been so tired adjusting. And then it was Long Dog Leap Day, which is the 29th. And I missed the 29th because on the 29th I was putting all the colour on the Spooky Halloween. So on the 30th, and again for the last couple of nights, I pulled out my Pilgrim. Oh, sorry, the pattern's still hooked onto it. Let me pull the pattern off it. I'm on page 4. Actually, I'll get it off my Q-snap while I'm talking. So I pulled it out, and the joy of going back to a long dog after doing careful counting on full coverage and a paper chart for the lavender and lace. And then I went back to my long dog, and yes, it's on a paper chart, but it is heaven. It's one colour, well, it's many colours, but it's one. I did take a photo, so I'm going to put a starting point photo here. So that I can show you what I've done. So that's its full length. I am totally one side to the other now, and that's where I am with it. So page 1, page 2, page 3 are all complete. There's some of page 5, page 6 and a little bit of page 7 are started, but here is where I've been working solely on page 4. I'm trying to get the page finish. This is on a 28 count Laguna that I dyed myself with Dylon purple, and because it's a Laguna it didn't take up the dye as brightly as the box showed, but I really love it. I've got Dream. I stitched in the Dream last night, so it's Dare to Dream. I love the words on this one. Usually I'm not up for words on stuff, but these ones are brilliant. And it's Mrs. Sada's silk, and it's in Darling, and it's just wonderful. And I love this bottom. I love the bum of what I think it might be a dog. I love its bum. There it is. There's one little counting mistake just here, but that's because this whole, I'll just drop it. That's because from the flamingo across, there's a mistake. So I've come down the side here, and everything now will be counted from the side. So as I go that way to meet this will all be counted this way. So my mistakes will get fudged in. Perfectly happy to fudge mistakes in. Oh, and love it. Absolutely love it. I'm going to keep working on this. I'm going to flash my pattern because I just want to show you how close I am to a page finish. Here is my page 4. I've got that bit to go, and there's a fox doing like an ice pounce. I've got to get him on. I'll probably stitch all of him, so drop down onto page 8 below. I'll probably do that when I finish that. So I'm going to keep going on this one for a couple of days, and then I'm going to switch to one of the others. Might be Anzac, might be Pandemic, might be a New Normal. Oh, I did put a few stitches in a New Normal, not very many, so I'll show you that next time. I'm going to really truly try and not make it be 3 weeks again, because it's been a long time, and this is going to be a quickie because I'm really tired. 7-day-a-week work's hard, but it happens. Yeah, very, very thankful to have another job, and for now my boss is perfectly happy for me. Both my bosses are perfectly happy for me to do both jobs. They're both well aware of it, totally up for it, and as long as I can physically do it, which I can because I am made of steel, I will do it, and it'll help an awful lot, because things have been very tight, because I've been on furlough pay for a long time, which is only 80% of your wage. So 80% of your wage, family of 6, doesn't really go. Thank you to everybody who's been to my Etsy shop. I'm not trying to sell you stuff, but my stuff's lovely. Go and look at it. Right, my Etsy shop's linked below. I've got loads of new stuff. Listing Needleminders all the time. You know the kind of Needleminders I do. I'm listing them all the time, and I am on a project bag frenzy this week. I bought some fabrics. I love them. I've brought just a few scraps. The bags are cut but not made. I had to, because I usually use denim, Because they're Halloween, I wanted to use black, and I had no black denim because I don't wear black denim, and I've never really bought black denim. So yesterday was the first time I went into the biggest city nearest by. It's not a very big city. I parked up and I put my mask on and I gelled up my hands, and I went into 2 charity shops which are like thrift stores, but they're like in like the main row of shops in a town. They're town centre shops in a, you know, they're not out of town, so I had to actually go park and walk into town, which is the first time I've been into the city since before March. So I was a little bit nervous. There was a lot of people milling around. I just kept to myself, my bag on my shoulder, my mask on my face, and went in and picked up a few pairs of black jeans. So they were basically boil washed, tumble dried, and I've processed them today, cut them all up. So I'm going to start sewing together the project bags really soon. But I brought up some of the fabrics I bought. So I found, it's a really bright orange. It's orange, it's not yellow. They are Star Wars. Halloween Star Wars. And there's quite a few of those. How many pieces of fabric did I bring up? Oh, I bought this one. This is just a little scrap that's left. Look, isn't that adorable? Look at them. It's really cute. And then I've got dogs in costumes in frames. I thought that would make a stunning bag. And I've bought purple zips and bright green and bright purple fabric to do the bindings with. So that should be quite a stunning bag. And then this one is my absolute favourite. And I've got a funny feeling this one might glow in the dark. It might not, but I think it might. It is, look, it's BB-8 dressed as a mummy and a little pug with bat wings. Isn't that just gorgeous? Lovely small pattern. I bought quite a big piece of this, so I've cut 5 bags, which for me, because I usually only buy a quarter, which makes 1 bag. So I don't usually make multiple bags, but every single bag will be different because it'll have a different colour binding, it'll have a different inside. It might have, one might have an orange zip, one might have a black zip, one might have a white zip. They'll all be different. So I'm making some bags this week. So hopefully by the time my next video rolls up, they'll be listed, because I'm going to really crack on and get them done, because it's dark October now, Darktober, time to stitch spooky stuff. It's really spooky. It's pitch black outside, and I'm looking at a window that's just black. And I'm not in my house, and it's pouring with rain. So if you can hear the rain, I'm sorry. It's what's left of Alex crossing over the UK today and tomorrow. So it's a bit gloomy. Right, on to my giveaway. Last time I offered you a sparkly project bag. There, I had 20 people comment on my project bags, and I did a random, I did it at work. I'll show you my little piece. Look. I did it on the back of an old order slip. So there's the back, there's the old, oh, the light's not picking up. There's the old order slip. There's everybody who asked, and my random number generator picked number 19 of 20, which is Lisa S Stitches. So Lisa, I'll comment on your comment, give you my email. I'll try and link the correct email. Autocorrect did something dreadful last time and put up, just minced up I've obviously typed it incorrect at one point in time or the other, and it just remembered my incorrect typing of my Gmail. I just asked about it, so, which I then told 2 people was my proper email, which of course it wasn't, so sorry about that. Anyway, Lisa S Stitches, this little bag is yours, and I'll send it to you as soon as I hear from you, as soon as I let you know I hear from you. Hello to everybody who's new. I got a shout out Thank you so much, Tina, for shouting me out. Fancy Lady Stitches. I watch her every week. I've watched her for months and months and months. She's British. She's lovely. She does a lot of Mirabilia, a lot of Nora Corbett, the Lavender and Lace. She's doing a Celtic Lady, and I love them. And I'm going to do the Celtic Ladies eventually. Just picked up my first Lavender and Lace, obviously, you know, from Nantucket Rose. So she shouted me out. She shouted out 5 English, British floss tubers, because we fly under the radar a little bit because we're in our tiny little country in the middle of nowhere. Oh, I didn't bring my new bit of knitting up. Never mind, I'll show it you finish next time. It was really lovely of her. So I've got lots of new subscribers. Today I hit 400, so thank you so much to anyone who subscribed and is watching. It means an awful lot to me because I'm just nobody living in the middle of nowhere who loves stitching and making odd things. So to anyone who's new and who's not been here with me before, every floss tube, I say every week. Oh, I wish I did one every week. I'm so sorry, it's been 3 weeks. Every time I do a floss tube, I give a little something away. So this time, because we are coming up for Halloween, it's got my little Needleminder here. He's Fimo, he's glary, he's a little pumpkin on just a little flat piece on a little disc of Fimo. He's a little pumpkin. He's sealed in with resin, so he's lovely and smooth as a little pumpkin Needleminder. And a stamp, there he is. He's a teddy, isn't he lovely? He's been through the post. He's got properly addressed stamped across his face because one of the British postmarks used to say, please ensure your letter is properly addressed, use the postcode or something, was what it used to say. And he's got properly dressed written across his nose, and he's properly dressed because he's got his lovely orange fur on. So there's you don't unless you specifically want one or the other, just leave me a comment. I'll just random generate. And that one, or that one's on the wood back, sealed in resin, lovely and smooth, super strong magnets on these guys. So there's a little pumpkin, little handmade by me pumpkin, and a little stamp with a lovely little teddy who is dressed properly. First class stamp. There we go. So that's my gizzits for this time. You always get a gizzit. A post worldwide, makes no bones to me to post worldwide. Right, other stuff, I've already given you my life updates. There might be a couple of little bits. Flora and I, 2.5, 3 weeks ago now, went blackberry picking and scrumping apples. So there might be a little bit of video on there. There might be another little bit of video to stick on there. I haven't actually checked. I did upload last week. It might have been the week before, but at auction. We're going to go and look around the auction tomorrow for next week, for Tuesday's finish. The week before, remember, I got all the frames and the Nantucket Rose. This time I got a lot. I missed out on all that. There was obviously a really crafty, super talented lady. They were doing her house clearance, and I missed out on all her cross stitch and all her patchwork stuff. I thought I'd put in good bids for it, but obviously no, it was good quality stuff. But I did get her wool etc. box, and I got a box of yarn to die for. I'm sure a couple of the balls are Madeline Tosh, which in the UK Madeline Tosh is really hard to come by and it's really expensive. So I was super pleased to get that, and I did an unboxing, but because I didn't want to overload other craft on a floss tube, I've uploaded that to our family channel, which only has that one video on it. But we're going to try and do, maybe my daughter will do a time lapse, a painting time lapse, and anything I do that's crafty that isn't cross stitch, I might put them up on there, but I'll link them when I do. So if you want to go and watch my unboxing, which is, I'm just like, oh, I love it, oh, I love it, oh, I love it, basically that's all it is with me. It's only camera down and my hands all the way through. But if you want to go and watch that, I'll link that below. It's the same as our Etsy shop, We Are Crafty 6, because there's 6 of us. So I'll link the video below, and I'll put it up on the screen here, which is Etsy, and the other YouTube channel, which, as I say, has only got that one video at the moment. But if I do like tutorials, if I do Needleminders and things like that, and some of my little knitting things, I'll put them on there, but I'll always tell you about it and link it. So if you want to go and look at that, that's lovely. I think I'm nearly done. Hopefully my tea's nearly ready. I'm really hungry. It's I don't even know what time it is. My watch, look, that's where my watch lives. You can see the tan line. Ran out of charge today, so I haven't got my steps ticked today, and I'm feeling a bit without my watch on, because you know when you wear something absolutely permanently you feel a bit like your arm's too light without it. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. Sorry about me blabbering. Sorry I've not done much cross stitch. I've been working. I'm adjusting. I'm getting much better. I'm feeling much brighter this week than I felt last week. Last week I couldn't have done a floss tube. I literally crawled home and went, oh, I'm too tired, and went to my bed to get up for work again on Monday morning. So this week I'm optimistic that I'll get some stuff done as well. I'm itching to get back to my full coverage of the key, which is on 14 count Ada, so that's really a lovely easy stitch. So I'm itching to get back to that. I'm 17,000 into the 20 and 20, which is another full coverage Fanatics year-long event thing. You try and do the number of thousand stitches, so 20,000 stitches on one piece. And because I restarted it in March, I said, right, from here, actually I wasn't, I was already some in, so I want to get the 20,000 banged into that. So I'll do my calculations and I'll let you know next time. Other than that, I'm looking forward to pulling out some of my long dogs and just relaxing with my long dogs, because it's relaxing stitching. I want to get my page finished on my Pilgrim, so hopefully it won't be 3 weeks. I'm going to try and maybe go a week and a half, maybe see where I get to. So thank you so much. Thanks to anybody who's new, thanks to anybody who's old. Thank you, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye. Beautiful day. After all that murky, horrible weather, we've got a beautiful day. So I've just stopped on my way home in a little pull-in, and this looks out. So here I am in very northern England. The murky stuff in the distance there, that's Scotland, Dumfries and Galloway. That's the as near as I am. Absolutely beautiful today. It's really, really super warm and it's lovely. I've stopped in a little lay-by. That's my Tinky car, my little Tinky Citroen. Absolutely lovely day. Look at the sky. This is exceptional for Britain, for this kind of weather in September. It's the 15th and it's gorgeous. And that murky stuff over there, that's Scotland.
Hello.
What we got there? A big bag of blackberries.
Big bag of blackberries.
We're scrumping.
Yeah.
Very autumnal day. We've come out into Northumberland. It's a lovely day actually, a bit breezy. We're out in the fields here. That way there takes you to Hadrian's Wall, as you can see. I have the guilty blackberry hands from scrumping. Yes, we're going to do some more. We've already got a big bag of apples from our best apple tree. And we've just found, and we're here, just collecting some more blackberries. Here we are, free food. There we go. We'll be having all of these ripe guys away into my freezer. There's also some crab apples on that tree there, which we're also going to harvest some, and I've just fallen over a tree trunk. Show you how scary. I looked like some sort of weird corpse without the ring light. I came up here to do my floss tube, and this is the scary lighting. Oh. that I got. So that's why I had to troop back in and get my ring light.